Hey everyone, welcome to the Alba Method. Today I have for you a quick leg day flow. You're just going to need a mat and yourself, maybe grab a water bottle. Today we're working the entire lower half of the body, and when you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to start on our back. Go ahead and lay down and bring your feet underneath your knees. Good. Start by creating just a nice strong foundation through the upper body. So walking the shoulder blades together onto the back. Getting strong through the backs of the arms and the back of the shoulders. Good. Just take a breath in and just find a mind-body connection here. Just take a quick scan of the body. Quick scan of the breath. And just come into this present moment here. Today we're focusing on our legs and the lower half of our body, so just keep that in mind. But we always want to keep the upper body involved. So creating that mind-body connection here through the fingertips, through the toes. Take an inhale and let it go. Good. Open your eyes. Pull your right knee in towards your chest. Just take a few ankle circles here. We're just going to prep the body. Switching directions. And then take the hand behind the back of the thigh and extend the heel to the sky. Point and flex the foot a few times. Notice what you feel. And then flex the foot, pull the leg towards you. As you pull the leg towards you, press the back of your thigh into your hands, creating an equal but opposite action here. Good. Bend the knee, pull the knee back in towards the chest, and release the heel to the ground. Switching sides, pull your left knee in towards your chest, pause, and then interlace your hands behind the back of the thigh and extend the heel. Keeping that left hip down, point and flex the foot a few times, take some ankle circles. Find a little movement through that ankle. And then start to press the thigh into the hands as you pull the leg gently closer to you. Beautiful. Bend the knee and release that heel to the ground. Good. Bring your arms down by your sides. Palms are down. Walk the shoulder blades together. Walk your heels in just a couple of inches and then start to press your low back into the ground. Good. Feel your sit bones lift up ever so slightly. Squeeze your butt, get active through the legs, and then start to lift your hips in line with your knees, pressing through the back of the head and keeping the upper body strong and stable. Release your hips to the ground. Good. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the hips. Keep the legs strong, rooting through the center of each heel. Exhale, release the hips. Good. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Take a breath in. Feel that difference. And on your next inhale, lift your hips once again, setting up that foundation. Shift the weight into your right foot. So really get strong through that right leg. Start to pull your left knee in towards your chest, adding on. Extend the heel up to the sky, straightening the leg. Pull the belly in. Shift into that right heel. Bend the knee. Tap the mat with your left heel. Now pull that knee back into the chest. Extend the heel. Bend the knee. Tap the mat. 2 more. Knee pulls in. Heel extends. Bend the knee. Tap the mat. Last one. Extend the heel. Bend the knee. Tap the mat. Slowly release your hips to the ground. Notice the difference between the right and the left side. Pause. Good. Second side. Inhale. Start to lift the hips up. Keep pressing through the back and the head and backs of the shoulders. Make those little adjustments if you need. We shift all the weight into that left heel, getting strong through this left leg. Pull your right knee into your chest. Keep the foot flexed as you extend the heel. Bend the knee. Tap the mat with the heel. Knee pulls in. Extend the heel, getting into those hip flexors as well as the glutes. Right knee pulls in. Extend the heel. Bend the knee. Tap the mat. Last one. Actually, let's do 1 more for good measure. 1 more. Knee pulls in, extend the heel, bend the knee, and release that heel. Pause, lift the hips, find that bridge shape, and release your hips to the mat. Beautiful work. Pull the knees in. Cactus your arms, so bend at the elbows. Just drop your knees to the right. Take a gentle twist. And drop your knees to the left. And come back to center. Good. Bring yourself up to a seat and pause here. Shifting to the middle of your mat, take your hands behind your hips. And you can have the fingertips facing out to start. Walk your feet in. You want to take your hands a little bit wider than your shoulders. So start to lift the hips so that they come in line with the knees. Keep your gaze forward and then make those little adjustments so that you're supporting yourself with the heels of your hands and the heels of your feet. Squeeze your butt to lift your hips. Keep your gaze slightly forward or up. Rather than dropping the back of your head, keep the neck active. Good. Start to shift your hips down. And then lift the hips up, keeping the arms stable. Good. Hips come down. Inhale, lift. Good. 2 more. And lift. 1 more. On this last one, you're going to hold that lift, shift into your right foot. Start to pull that left knee into your chest. Extend the heel. Bend the knee from here. Extend that leg straight out. Tap the mat with your straight heel. Lift the leg. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Keep pressing through the heels of the hands. Good. Here, keep the heel up and move it out and in. Out and in. It's a little subtle movement. Getting into those obliques, into those hip flexors. Last 2. And last 1. Good. Control your release. Sit your hips down. Extend the heels. Roll out your wrists as you find a little forward fold. Good. And if you're finding pain through your ankle or your wrist or your shoulders at any point during this exercise, you can always come back onto your back and find that bridge lift to do these same exercises. This creates a little bit more strength and mobility through our upper body though. So I want you to find that shape again. Fingertips out. Find yourself supported with the upper body. Walk the feet in. Start to create that foundational shape. Good. Take an inhale, lift the hips. Shoulder blades come onto the back. Good. Grip the mat with all 10 finger pads. Find the root down through the feet. And we shift into that left foot. Pull the right knee in. Extend the heel. Bend the knee. Extend that heel straight out. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Try to keep the hip in line with your left knee. Tap and lift. Keep it going. 3, 2, hold that heel up. Move it out and in. Notice what has to happen. Good. Isolate that movement right through the core. 4. Good. Stay with it. 3. Last 2. And last 1. Control your release. Lift the hips. Open the chest. And release the hips. Shake that out. Roll out the wrists. Find a forward fold. Let the shoulders go down and relax. Let your head relax. Just take a breath. Notice that energy you're feeling. Let it absorb. Beautiful. Go ahead and sit up, and we'll cross our ankles and transition into all 4s now. So again, set up your foundation. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Pull the belly in so we find a nice strong foundation here. And just find a couple cat and cows, just on your own. Just moving through the spine a couple times. Bringing some awareness to the body. Good, and then as you're ready, find a nice neutral position here. So we're gonna start by shifting into our hands ever so slightly, shifting into that left knee ever so slightly. Start to lift your right knee so that it comes back in line with the hip. Notice that I'm not dropping in my belly here. Keep the belly pulling in and up. Heel is going to start pressing up to the sky, and we're gonna pulse that leg up and down. Good, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now start to point the toe. Pull the heel in towards the glute. From here, bring the knee down. We're going to open it like a fire hydrant, and then close. Good. Open the knee, close the knee. Good. Finding that fire hydrant shape through the knee. Open and close. 2 more. Open, close. Open, now keep it out. Extend that right foot. Release the right foot to the ground. Bring the top of your left foot down. Shift your hips back while pressing through the outer edge of your right foot. Now shift forward and back. Just a couple times to get into that hip flexor, into that inner thigh. Good. 2 more. Good, come back to your center. Lift that leg coming back to center. Point the toe, roll out your ankle a few times in one direction and the other. Release that right foot to the ground. Find a rounded cat and cow here just to release and reset. Good, find that neutral position. As you're ready, strong through the arms. Start to lift that left knee. Foot is flexed. Heel presses up to the sky, and we're isolating the movement right through that thigh and that glute. Good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Start to point the toe. Drop the knee ever so slightly. Lift the outer knee up and down. Controlling the movement. Remember, try not to shift too far into that right side. And if you have, try to come back to your midline. Last 4. Working into those inner thighs. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come back to your center. Good. Extend that foot out so that you're pressing through the outer edge. Lean into those hands even more. Pause here. Start to shift the hips back as you press through the outer edge of your left foot, and then shift forward into those wrists. Good. Shifting back and shift forward. Good. 2 more times. 1 more. Shifting back and shift forward. Pause here. Lift that leg. Bend the knee, coming back through spinal balance, and then release. Good. Find a rounded cat and cow here. And come back to your center. Good. From here, I want you to pull the right knee into your chest, and then you're going to extend it straight back behind you. Start to take your left toes out so that they're in line with your left knee. Leaning into your left hand, you're going to reach your right arm up. So facing back, I'm going to shift into my left hand. Start to elevate that right heel so it's in line with the hip. Point the toe. Bring your right hand to your right hip just for stabilization. Start to make little counterclockwise circles with that right toe as if you were drawing a circle on the wall. Keeping your left hip and your left arm strong. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lift the leg and tap the ground. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. Good. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release that foot. Take your right arm up. Now start to lift the foot, bend the knee, pulling the heel in towards the glute. Grab the foot and start to press the heart open. Good. Control your release. Extending the arm, extending the leg. Bend the knee. Come back to your center position. Good. Take your left knee, pull it into the chest. Switching sides. Extend that heel. Take the right toes in line with your right knee. Start to press that left arm up. Good. Bring the left hand to the left hip. Shifting into that right hand and right knee, start to lift that left foot. Point the toes. Find clockwise circles with that right toe. Good. Keeping everything stable. 6, 5, 4, 3, stay with it, 2, and 1. Good. Point the toe, tap the ground, lift the leg. Good. Here's 8, 7, keep it with it, 6, 5, belly pulls in, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift that leg, release the foot, extend that left arm up, and then bend the knee, pull the heel in towards the glute, press the heart forward. Beautiful work. Extending out, controlling our release. Good. Bend the knee and coming back to your center. Good. From here, walk your hands forward. Come into a downward facing dog and just notice the difference in the legs here. So sending the hips up, pressing through each heel, alternating through each heel. Just breathe. Good. Heels up as you inhale, stretching through the arches of the feet, and then bend the knees, look between the hands, and walk or float gently to the top of your space. Come into a halfway lift here, and exhale, just fold over the legs. Pull the belly in, let the head be heavy, shake your head no, nod it yes. Good. From here, I want you to take your feet
about as wide as the mat. Start to bend your knees, keeping your knees and ankles in line with each other. Start to bring your hands together, coming into a squat here. Good, so we're just gonna hold this shape, and we're just gonna pulse up and down, moving slowly, not letting the knees go past the ankles, but isolating the movement right through those outer hips and glutes. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand all the way up, bring your arms up. Bring your hands through heart, finding a wide forward fold here. Good, take a bend in those knees, shift the hips back, hands come to heart. Good, hold this squat position, and then as you stand, bring your arms down by your side, squeeze your butt, and then bend the knees, hands to heart. Good, straighten the legs, press your hips forward, squeeze your butt, bend your knees, hands to heart. Hips go pressing forward, bend the knees, hands to heart. 4 more times, let's go. Good, bend the knees. Stand, squeeze the butt, bend the knees, last 2. 1 more. Come back to that squat, hold, start to pulse. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the belly pulling in, lift your left heel. Squat down, press up. Squat down, press up. Squat down, press up. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that heel, lift the right heel, switch sides, down and up. It's not a fast movement. Controlling and isolating. Good. 5, 4. Keeping that right heel up, pressing through the ball of the foot. 3, 2, and 1. Lower that heel. Hands come to the hips. Release over those legs. Stretch it out. Nice work. Finding ragdoll arms here. Just let the head be nice and heavy. Good. And then coming into your forward fold, bring your feet back underneath your hips. Slowly bring yourself up to a stand, and as you inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring hands to heart. Pause, close the eyes. Take a breath and let that settle. From here, start to pull your left knee into your chest. Good. From here, upper thigh pulls into the low belly. Take your hands underneath the thigh and extend the heel. Good. Bend the knee and extend the heel. Bend the knee and extend the heel. Next challenge is to release your hands, bringing them to heart, keeping the heel in line with that hip. 2 more. Last one. Bend the knee. Now from here, start to bring it across the body. Touch the opposite side off your mat through the ball of the foot. Keeping that right knee over the ankle, hands come to heart. Squat down, press up. Squat down, press up. So we create the shape, and then we move in that shape. Good. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Squat down, hold, pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to your center. Woo! Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, just bring hands to heart. Reset. That was a tough one. Good. Shift the weight into your left foot. Pull your right knee in, finding your balance. Good. One side's always going to feel a little trickier than the other. Take your hand underneath that thigh. Same thing. Extend the heel, flex the foot. Heel pulls in. Careful not to press that hip forward. We want to move right through that quadricep, right through that hamstring. 4, 3, added bonus, hands to heart. 2, and 1. Good. Bend the knee, crossing off the mat to that left side. Bending both knees, squeezing the thighs together. Good. Pressing up and down, and up, and down. Good. And down. 5. Good. Keeping everything nice and stable, moving right through those legs. 3. Last 2. And 1. Squat down, pulse it out. 8. Almost there. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to your center. Release that right foot. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold over those legs. Pause here. Breathe. Good. So you might want to find a block here if you've got one, or just find some length through your upper body, keeping your fingertips on the ground. Start to shift into that right foot. Bring your left foot behind you. Point the toe and start to pulse that heel up. Keeping both legs straight and strong. Left toes are pointed. Right leg is stable. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to start to take those toes out to the side so that the toes come in line with the hip. Come back to center. You're going to feel a little bit of a rotation through that hip. Come back to center. Good. Working into that right leg even more now. Last 3. Good. Last 2. Good. Last 1. Keeping it out to the side. Tap the mat. Lift the leg. Tap the mat. Lift the leg. 5, 4. Stay with it. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release left foot to meet the right. Find that forward fold. Release. Nice work. Good. Nice big exhales. Take an inhale. Find a halfway lift. Switching sides. Shift all the weight into that left leg. Start to bring that right foot behind you. Good. Just pulsing that leg through the inner thigh, through the back of the hamstring, through the heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Tap the mat. Lift the leg. Start to take it out to the side. Coming back to center. Out to the side. Come back to center. And if you need to bend the knee, that's okay too. Good. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Toes stay in line with the hip. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Good. Here's 5, 4. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Last 1. Release that right foot to meet the left. Bend the knees. Sit your butt all the way down. Nice work today. Extend those heels. Find a forward fold here. Shake out those legs. Good. Rising back up. Bring the soles of the feet together. Bring the hands to the shins. Press the feet together. Lifting up through the chest. And then pulling back through the heart space. Letting all that energy absorb again. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, pull the chest in. Good. Coming back to your center. Bring your hands behind your hips. Lift your hips. Bring your right ankle on top of your left knee. This should feel so good coming into this figure 4 shape. Keep your feet flexed. Taking your hip towards your heel for a deeper stretch. Or simply just staying put right here. And our arms are just supporting our shoulders, but there doesn't have to be a look or certain way. Good. Good. Lift the hips and switch sides. Left ankle on top of that right knee. Spin those toes away from you, and then you can kind of gauge the depth of your stretch by shifting the hip towards the heel, or maybe you just want to find some movement here. And that's okay too. Whatever feels good. Just releasing that hip, stretching that hip. Good. Coming back to your center. Take your feet wide. Start to keeping your feet flexed. Drop your knees to the right, keeping almost a 90-degree angle through the ankles and knees. And then take your knees to the left. Good. Knees to the right and knees to the left. Bringing those knees over to the right. Start to shift over your right leg. So this left hip might come up. Shift over that right shin. Press the knee down as you stretch. Good. Inhale, come back to center and simply switch sides. Flex the feet. Shift over that left side. Beautiful. Once you feel balanced in your body, come back to your center. Bring the soles of the feet together. Bring the hands to the shins one last time. Sit up tall and just close the eyes. Good. Extend the heels. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, just fold over those legs. And wherever your hands fall, just let them fall. Finding a little stretch through the back by pulling your belly button towards your spine. Inhale, rise up onto the fingertips. Just lift the chest, and exhale, just fold once again over the legs. Good. Inhale, sit up, and exhale, just bend the knees and come back onto your back. Pulling the knees into the chest. Cactus the arms one last time. Drop your knees to the right and over to the left. Coming back to your center. Come into happy baby here. So grab for the outer arches of the feet. Let the knees drop open. And if your hands come to the shins or the ankles, that's okay. Pressing up through the heels as the knees pull down. Just stay nice and relaxed. Through the upper body, just allowing those hips to release. And then you'll release that. Let your feet go as wide as the mat and let your knees fall together. Again, if you don't feel anything here, take your feet wider. And you can tick-tock the knees in and out of this shape if you'd like. Just working into those outer hip flexors, finding a reset for our pelvis and our low back. Good. Coming back to your center, pull your knees into your chest. And from here, start to create a quick Shavasana just to let everything absorb. Let your hands fall by your sides. Let your legs relax down and just breathe. Just scanning the body to notice the differences. And allowing yourself just a moment of stillness. Notice the space around you. And then notice the space within. On your next inhale, point the toes, reach the arms up overhead. And pull your knees into your chest and making your way onto one side or just simply rocking yourself up to a seat, coming into a cross-legged position and just bringing the hands to the knees. As you sit up tall, let the shoulders relax down the back. And as always, we just seal in our practice together, this movement together. Take this feeling with you, take this energy with you. It's yours to keep. Bring your hands together in front of your heart and bow your chin to your chest. Always honoring ourselves first and foremost for showing up, for making the time. Take your thumbs to your forehead, lift your gaze, and just find gratitude for this practice and for our bodies. And together we bow in that gratitude to all things. Namaste.